Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Jamie TV, where we don't pissy pants about. Today we're going to take a look at World Synth. Now this is not a new app, but it has been updated somewhat recently. For one, it's had a name change from taqs.im to World Synth. Also, it's now AUV3 compatible and it's universal, so you can use it on your iPhone or your iPad. Now, we are spoilt for choice when it comes to great synths on the iOS platform, but this one really is pretty unique. So let's go and dive into the app and let me show you what's on offer. Here we're looking at World Synth in standalone mode, and although there's a lot going on with World Synth, the interface itself is refreshingly clean and simple, very well set out. I mean, this has been thought about. Let's get started here by going to the menu at the top and selecting a sound for the main keyboard. You'll see here in the menu, in the left hand list, we've got a bank for favourite sounds at the top, and then sounds that we've saved ourselves, and then we've got instruments listed by type of instrument, and then below that we have the instruments listed again in the packs that they've been downloaded from. So at the top here we've got the free sounds that you can check out with the free download version of the app, and then below that we've got the packs here that I've downloaded. I'm just going to bob down here to Mediterranean sounds. I want to pick out this vintage organ sound here. If you want to check out the extra packs of sounds that are available, you click on this icon up here and you will see that there are lots of extra sounds available. Some of these are drum packs, some of them are instrument packs. There are actually no extra drone packs at the moment, but I have spoken with the developer and they are going to get some added. You can also access that same information from this icon up here. In fact, let's just click on that actually, because I forgot to show you something. If you choose a pack and go into it, there's a little description of what's contained in the pack, although I personally feel that that description could be a little more detailed in a lot of cases. And underneath some of the packs there's a little demo, so if you press play and it gives you an idea of the sounds contained therein. Right, so let's get some drums going. We'll click on rhythm over here and you'll see that you can select a groove from a drop down list here, or you can swipe side to side on the groove packs here. If my mouse will cooperate, let's just select one at random. I'm going to take the volume down here. You see we've got master volumes for drums, synth and drone here, which is very, very convenient and helpful actually. Okay, let me just keep the volume down a little while I'm talking to you. Now you'll see we can set the tempo over here, which we can lock to avoid any unfortunate accidents. You can see an indication of the bar elapsing here, and we can pause and play the groove from here. However, there is a little glitch here, because when I press play again, you'll see that the volume of the drums is returned to the default. Okay, now we need a drone, so let's click on drone, and once again you'll see that we've got a drop down list for selection, or we can click left and right. Let's just say we'll have let's have thick pad. I did the wrong thing there. Okay, thick pad, and we just press a key. We can take the octave up and down, liking it nice and deep. Okay, now we've selected an organ sound for the keyboard, so let's have a little jam. Keys are a bit loud, take them back a bit. Rubbish, but you know, you get the idea. I'm not a keyboard player. Now, some of these sounds in World Synth are made up of multiple layers. So let me just click on one that I know for sure is, so I can demonstrate this next thing. We click on voices here, and then I play a chord, and then if I turn up voice number 2 here, you'll hear that second layer, so that you can blend the voices together to taste. A scale feature is present on most synthesizers now, but for me it's something I usually ignore because I know my scales. But on this app, the developer has gone above and beyond. If we click on scale here and go to load, we'll see that the developer has provided a fantastic array of scales appropriate to the instruments included in the app, where you can set your root note and select a scale, and it will show you where your root is, where all your intervals are, and you can go into the settings and go to keyboard, and you can set it so that the keyboard will only play notes that belong to that scale. You can ask the keyboard to highlight the scale. Oh, and it also has this very nice feature where you can go to a dark mode, which I quite like. You can change the range of the keyboard as well. Have more or less keys, but I find 2 is about appropriate. And if you wish to learn even more about the particular scale you've chosen, there is a database of information all about the scales if you just click here. And while we're on that subject, I should just mention that there's a similar database available for the rhythms. Okay, now let's just go and quickly choose a different sound. We'll go to Arabian Nights, and I want this sound here because it sounds awesome. And oh, and by the way, before I forget, this is really handy for anyone using this live. You can change the octave of the keyboard up and down here. And you can also transpose a semitone at a time here. In this panel here we have reverb displayed as default, but if we click on effects here, you'll see the list of effects available to us, and if we just click on one, you can have a play around with the parameters. And similarly, if we click on edit here, these are the things that we can change to alter the sound of the instrument. So if I go to, say, filter, and if you do fancy checking out World Synth, you can actually download it from the App Store for free. And with that you'll get some free sounds, some free drones, some free rhythms, so that you can get stuck into it and check out whether it sizzles your sausage. If it does sizzle your sausage, then you've got a couple of options. If you want to add to the sounds available in the app, you can either for a few quid a time download packs of extra sounds which are listed by region or type of instrument, or you can pay for a subscription which, for as long as you maintain that subscription, will unlock all of the potential sounds available. Now, not everybody likes subscriptions, but it's not for me to say whether they're a good or bad thing. I'm just here to tell you how it works. But whilst I've been getting to know this app, I have spoken to other people who have it or have investigated it, and many of them have said that they would really like it if they could just make a one-off payment and unlock everything forever. Maybe with the option of, if other packs are added in future, they could pay, a couple of quid a time to add those packs. So, not for me to say, but maybe just something for the developer to think about. When I first heard that this app had gone universal, I did wonder, how is the developer going to fit all of that information onto an iPhone screen? But in fact, it's a far better conversion from iPad app to iPhone than many I've seen before. The interface has been slightly redesigned to best suit the iPhone's dimensions. There are drop-down lists, for instance, for the effects and for the sound's parameters, and overall it's very pleasing and easy to use on a little screen. I was very impressed with the way that World Synth opened up as an AUV3 inside of Cubasis 3 on my phone, and in fact the track that you're hearing in the background was made entirely on my phone. Unfortunately, I don't actually have a keyboard that will plug into my iPhone 8 Plus, so here's an example of me just having a jam with World Synth on my iPhone screen. I think that the most valuable thing I can tell you about the time I've spent with this app is that I've really enjoyed myself. For me, an app that unlocks the possibility, the potential to play around with instruments that I'll probably never get a chance to lay my hands on, and make music that would probably be otherwise off limits to me. That's really exciting. So for me, in that way, this app is a world beater. I do have a couple of little niggles about the app. I think that when you go to the store in the app, it would be appropriate if for every pack that you're thinking about possibly downloading, there was a little demo, because a few of them don't have a demo, so you can't listen to the sounds before you buy them, which I think is a little unfair. And also I think it'd be nice if each pack had a list of the instruments contained in the pack. But other than that, it's easy to use, it's logically set out, it took me a very short time to understand it, the interface is very clear. I mean, what more do you want to say? If you are interested in exploring more than your bog standard everyday instruments, then this might be the app for you, and I very highly recommend it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumb up. If you've not already subscribed, please do so. Ding my bell. Consider checking out my Patreon. All the details are down below the video. If you have any questions about anything music related, my email address is down there. If you want to contact me directly, if you want to make a paypal.me contribution to help out this channel, it's all there down below. And really, if you really want to help me out, share this video somewhere on social media. Till next time, take good care of yourselves, behave, and don't piss your pants about.